Hey, great Saturday morning. It is a beautiful Saturday in the city of Brownsville. It's kind of trippy because I was expecting to get like thunderstorms, and I don't know if we actually got them last night. But I will say that it does look like it has rained in the city of Brownsville, but nothing compared to what we were watching out there in I think Mission. There was a video out there you posted, Frankie, right? Mission.
Yeah, that is correct. Good morning. I I I did get thunderstorms overnight over here by the airport. So there was thunder last night. It was a nice evening.
Morning,
Uh,
Leah.
I had no thunder, buddy. But other than that, it was a great night. We did see how cities like Mission, McAllen, and Edinburgh were hit with severe water and winds, and even Edinburgh and Mission, I believe, got some hail last night. So hopefully, shouts out to my brother Carlos, who lives in Edinburgh. Hopefully, he had his car in the garage. Love you, brother.
Carro en el garage. Hey, Eva, how you doing, Eva? Say hi to Alex for me. Um, yeah, there electricity didn't go out in my part of the woods. Did Jaws go out there, Eva, on Altinglore area? Ours
Uh,
didn't go out.
Our,
We
our 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 friend Angela Nix did post that I believe she also was experiencing the same issue of not having light. I just got a text earlier from a friend saying, "Disculpe, buen día. Sabría si hay luz en la calle Laredo y Alton Glore." So we are seeing people experiencing a power shortage, either last night or this morning because of the weather.
Well, again, that's trippy. Alton Glory. Yes, I know where Eva lives. So the Alton Glory area, I guess if that message came in, it's Marta, ay, Marta. Yesenia. Good morning. Yesenia Jose. So, yeah, it probably is in that area for about an hour. Wow. Morning, Evan. Hey, we're going to actually call in for some barbecue for lunch today. So, are y'all delivering? Are y'all still delivering or no? Let us know, Evan. Evan's out there at Big E's Smokehouse on Paredes. Let me tell you, it is the best barbacoa. The best barbacoa. Melinda, no power. I'm glad you got y'all's phones so y'all could be on here today, though, because that way you don't need to be plugged into the TV. Hey, what happens when you can't watch anything else on TV? You come on and watch, see what's going on. Um, Evan has the Biggie's Smokehouse. Let me tell you, the best smoked barbacoa in Brownsville. Yes, good. So we're gonna order today for lunch. Maybe that feo sandwich, and Papa likes his brisket. So I'll call you all in a little bit for lunch. Um, thank goodness they're out there. People are still delivering. Please continue to support local business out there. Thank you to Ultimo Taco who got me a T-shirt last night. Hey guys, I like T-shirts. So it's one of my things. So please send me T-shirts. There is light on Alton Glore towards Military Highway. Ours never went out. Yeah, we live on Alton Glore on this side between Alton Glore and Morrison, and we never had an issue last night. How about the rain last night? Again, I didn't feel it. I don't know if I was just so tired yesterday. I just literally crashed out. I just passed out. I didn't see anything. I didn't feel anything either. I just do not know. So I guess there were sort of little storms going on in the city of Brownsville besides the storm that's going on in my hair. There were storms going on in the city of Brownsville, but I sure didn't feel them at all. Uh, Yesterday, let's do a little recap about yesterday again. Yesterday, it seems like every time we do these, buenos días, Carlos. Actually, we should have brought Carlos on. En la noche, one of the things that it's freaky, but if y'all are doing these things, you go like, y se te va el tiempo así, guys. I mean, goodness gracious, yesterday I looked up and we were already like at 50 minutes. I'm going like, what? We haven't even said anything yet. He's sarcastic. I don't know anything about that, guys. But the time goes by very, very, very fast, and again, when you're having like a conversation type of let's see what's going on, it's just really flies by, man. It just it amazes me. Hey, Joe, how's it going? Hey, one of the things that I was asking last night, Joe, I don't know if you were out here, but one of I was questioning how our kids are going to do it now, like in regards to having plays and stuff, you know, because there's one thing I used to love to do is go to all our plays that were being held by amazing, talented students out in the city of Brownsville, and let me tell you, my kids out there in Hannah, Frankie, oh my God, amazing! I mean, amazing. I actually spoke with I can't remember his name. I know he's I know his brother. His brother's a very good friend of mine. But he they did the Adams Family. I think it was the Adams Family, the last one that they did that I went to. Like, yeah, I'm concerned about it too. I went to the Adams Family, and I think I went to that with like 3 nights of the Adams Family. I can't remember the student's name, but he's amazing, amazing. And I got to talk to him, and and that was in my head. Yeah, Adam's Family, amazing, 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 amazing. Really, I shocked, shocked because it was so good. Eduardo, good morning, my man. Um, but it was a great event. So I think it was Isaac. I think it's Isaac Joe. You correct me if I'm wrong, but I was talking to him. Is Miguel's his brother? I know Miguel really well. Miguel's a really good friend of mine. Their mom's also a good friend of mine, and I was concerned. I was wondering how our theater department is going to work. And let me tell you that for BISD guys, let me tell you what makes BISD shine are the amazing, well, of course, the amazing teachers, professors who prepare our students. But let me tell you, man, we have such talented students out there. And guys, if y'all didn't have the chance or never thought, good morning, Erica, never had the chance or never thought about going to one of the plays that are put out there by our theater department, our fine arts department, let me tell you, you've been missing out, guys. Missing out. I mean, they're very inexpensive. They charge us to make a couple of bucks for the department, man. But let me tell you, talented students, guys, talented students. And it's a million times better than going to any movie, a million times better than going to anything else, man. It really is amazing. And I appreciate Camille Playhouse as well out there. I really do. And, I always had this little sense like they didn't like me too much, but I loved what Camille Playhouse does for the city of Brownsville. Really talented individuals. Good morning, Oscar. Omar, pardon, Omar. Good morning, Omar. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Have a good day. It's beautiful outside. Yes, Nora. It's good to see you. But my concern is with the fine arts department in the sense of how is that going to look? Are we going to be one of the things that I thought? And Joe is amazing, guys. And I'm not saying it because he's on here, but this guy is talented, man. The guy writes books. The guy has he did this play. I'm going to chew his horn because he won't. He had this play where they're reading from a book, and I don't know what that art form is. I've seen it. I've seen it done. I saw it up in Austin, and I'd never seen it in Brownsville. I mean, when I was out there working in Austin, I mean, I would see it all the time. It was beautiful. I mean, amazing. And Joe brought it down. They had it here at Angelitas, and they had the students all sitting down. Readers Theater. Man, let me tell you, it blew my socks off. It was amazing, amazing, amazing. And that's the kind of stuff we need in the city of Brownsville. We need that culture. We need to bring in a lot of the things that happen throughout the world that we don't necessarily get to experience down here. And Joe's amazing at that. And let me tell you guys, so I'm wondering, Joe, if that's going to be like part of morning Nolita, that's going to be part of the new wave. Like someone was mentioning monologues, like single person plays, and if that's going to be la tirada for the first part of the year, because let me tell you, we need our fine arts programs. It instills culture. It instills confidence. It formation for students, discipline. There's so many things that one receives from theater and the arts, and I'm very hopeful and I'm very excited for what's coming for next year. I see it as you may think, oh well, we can't. I see it as an opportunity. an opportunity to enhance, enrich the creativity, not only our students, but our fine arts people. And let me tell you, we've got some amazing fine arts people, Frankie. I mean, amazing people out there. Really. I mean, I'm shocked, and that's why one of the reasons why I would constantly go to the different plays or and musicals that our students perform in here in the city of Brownsville. And again, I'm going to be listening and waiting to see what new things are. Again, that when I went to go see the Adams Family, I literally went to saw it 3 times. It was that good. I saw it 3 times. Matilda, yes, Matilda was awesome. Let me tell you, I can't remember the student's name. Well, I think the judge's student. I did take a picture with the guys, con este Noe, and Judge Sorola's daughter. I think came out in Matilda. Let me tell you guys, these folks are amazing. All my arts folks, my dancers out there, my ballroom dancers. Oh my goodness! Does anyone remember? Good job, Norma. Does anyone remember Baby Jesus? Baby Jesus graduated last year. Oh my goodness! And just him and esta Horta. I can't remember the girl's name. I can't remember and I don't want to say it wrong, but let me tell you guys, those guys could dance up a storm. Baby Jesus and I can't remember the first name, but Horta. I know because Mary is a friend of mine, and so is her husband. Amazing, talented kids we have here in the city of Brownsville. So the challenges of COVID-19 is, how are they going to be able to perform? I mean, ballroom dancing is going to be difficult. Are we going to start to see solo dancing? I mean, I do not know. Unless, again, and that's the issue with COVID-19. We just do not know. I was reading how UT Austin is having a meeting. I think I saw it on your page, Frankie. They're having talks in regards to starting the next school term in fall, and how they're planning to do it, and that they're hoping is the zoo open. The zoo, I'm not sure. I think it is. I'm not sure, but how they were planning to open in the fall, and they were wanting to have in on campus on site. I work with a guy called Baby Jesus. He's a smart little guy. It might be him. Baby Jesus is amazing. I love him. Um, I don't know how it's going to work, but that's their plan. But they haven't decided yet. See, that's the difference. And look, it's like with a district. I don't mind them having these goals, these plans. Like, this is what we want to shoot for, but don't give false expectations, because once you start putting false expectations in people's heads, then people start to expect it, and then they're going to want to demand it. So my suggestion is, shoot for the stars, but let people know we're playing it by ear, because we just don't know.
It's going to be an adjustment period for everyone, not only students but also for our talented educators. A lot of changes are going to have to be made. It's unfortunate how you know the arts is going to be affected immensely. We have our dancers, our ballroom dancers, and more for our theater arts.
Yeah.
um, and it's very rewarding to see these students who live out these roles and are passionate, and they study and they prepare. So it is going to be a new wave. But that's the beauty of educating. You always have to evolve as an educator. You always have to find different ways to target your base in this situation, the students. You know what I mean? But again, I have faith in the BISD educators. We have mentioned how talented they are. Speaking specifically about Joe, this is going to be an adjustment, a learning curve, so to speak. Maybe for the first couple of months, they'll test it out to see how it goes. But I'm totally confident in their abilities to have these students be engaged, and have them get their full potential out, especially for these type of events. So it is going to be different. Hopefully it's still as fun and entertaining as it once was. But that's what we're going to. We're going to technology. We're going to possibly students performing plays. The way we're having this show via teleconference. So it's gonna be interesting to see the next couple of months when school starts, to see what direction these type of programs take, because as we know it, it is going to be different from years past that we've been used to.
Peter, talking about menudo, I actually had menudo this morning. I don't know, I had this little craving for menudo. I had it at the coffee shop. Papa likes to go to the coffee shop, so we do the coffee shop uh, almost every morning except Sunday. The pulga's not open yet. I don't think. I think it might open next week. Do not know. But going into the theaters, one of the things that when the governor made his announcement, one of the things that I was excited about is that we were able to go to the movies. I love going to the movies, and and the governor made mention that going to the movies would be, you'd be spaced out and not sitting right next to each other and stuff. And again, and I shared this, guys. For me, it's like for me, I like going to the movies by myself. I and it's trippy because I do a lot of stuff for myself, so it's just my thing. I enjoy being by myself. I go to the movies by myself. I go to and then it doesn't mean that I wouldn't like to go with anyone. If someone wants to go, I'll go with someone. But if it was a choice, I'd go by myself, and I'd go to the movies by myself. And I think a lot of the people that worked up there were going like, why is he never with anyone at the movies? Not my thing. I like going to watch movies by myself. So I was excited. But then the Cinemark and AE something out there said, "Hey, we're not going to open until July." We're like, "Oh, I want to go to a movie. I want tacos too. I want to go to a movie so bad." And you get Netflix and you got Fire Sticks at home and stuff like that, guys. It's great. But do they sanitize the seats after the movie's done? I'm going to say no, but it was part of probably they're rolling back. They were going to have to start doing a lot of that stuff. Apenas una novia, Erasmo. O dos. No, I like being by myself, guys. It's great. I know it's different, but I'm a popular loner and I know a lot of people, and a lot of people know me, but my circle is small. And someone, I think, just sent me a picture. I just, no, it's just like being myself. Saludos, gay bro. I love your profile pic with a little kitty. I love kitties, love cats, guys. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. The other one that I was concerned about was my band students. I love my band students. I consider it an art form. All that can be taught through band, choir as well. I mean, I love my choir kids. I was a choir kid when I was in Cummings and in at La Porta High School. So I really, I learned a lot from it. As I had a lot of great experiences. I had some bad experiences too, but it's part of education. And so I was concerned about my band students. How is that going to work? Bands were supposed to start practicing already, have summer programs, and summer band camps, and they're not going to be able to have them. A lot of what the band does. I mean, I was out there at their practices, and amazing. I don't know if y'all saw, but I would post pictures from on top of the buildings up there, like at Pace Building, and I could actually, see all that interaction that was going on in regards to uh, band marching, and unfortunately, it because of social distancing, it's just going to be very, very difficult. How can you have marching and social distancing at the same time? Now, consider this: face coverings don't work for band students. Face coverings do not work for band students, guys, because they put their instruments in their mouths. Most of the instruments are wind percussion, except my drum line. My drum line, of course, they could probably be wearing masks. Right, Eduardo? Eduardo. Eduardo is one of my drumline students. Have a great day, Gabriel. But besides the drumline, maybe the cymbals guys, you know, or the xylophone guys, maybe. But
Maybe.
but percussions, I guess the xylophones are also part of the percussion family. Yeah, there is a lot of, right. Woodwind. Thank you, Eduardo. In regards to the xylophone, I think I saw a picture of you doing that. As that, I mean, those like it could wear a mask. The drum line could wear a mask, but most of the band, am I right, Eduardo? Most of the band have to use their mouth for their instruments. So, I mean, how is that going to work with face coverings? It just can't.
And also we see how the passion for our band students in the pigskin, if I'm not mistaken, every year, that's out of the table, at least for now.
Fred.
So again, it's going to be up to our administration, up to our leaders to see how they will keep these band students motivated, because we see throughout the years how they're always at the football games. They're always competing and practicing for pigskin. So it's going to be upon us to see what direction we're gonna lead these students, because we have to keep them engaged. We have to keep them passionate about their craft. So it is going to be something totally different, an adjustment period. But hopefully we'll figure it out sooner than later.
Shout out to my man Fred. I am in love with Fred, and Fred knows this. Fred is a pitcher in the major leagues, and again, they're being hit as well. Fred, who loves you, Fred? Erasmo loves Fred. Hey, my man, hopefully you come on one of these morning shows, Fred. Fred's an amazing guy, man. Amazing guy, a very inspirational individual for the city of Brownsville. I'm very proud of him. I love Fred. Ismael, if UIL doesn't cancel football moneymaker, then I don't see how these other events can't happen. El problema, Ismael, is que I just don't see. I just don't see how UIL is going to have these events. Think of this, Ismael. Football. I'm talking about Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball is a little bit more separated. Players are more separated, so that's not going to be an issue. And I think Fred mentioned in one of his lives that I did with him was that they were planning on not having people in the stands, which is just watch on TV. But with football, because of the close contact, and basketball, one of the things that they were proposing was to test the players every single time they were coming onto the court. I don't see that happening at UIL level. Are they going to be testing every single student out there every time they play football? You're talking about,
Expensive.
yeah, you're talking about. I mean, and no, real Frankie, it's not just varsity. You got JV, you got freshmen. I mean, are we going to be testing all those players out there? I just don't see it. Athletics as well should be starting summer camps, and we don't know how it'll happen now. A lot of kids in one gym practice. Exactamente. That's what we're referring to. It's just not very practical. Pushback schedules, short schedules. Again, that might be it. I was thinking of the band's instruments and their spittle. Exactamente. Again, guys, I love my band students, but it's not going to happen. We don't know how school will begin in August. Online learning, maybe, we don't know. We'll see. BIZ tells us. Let me tell you, Lisa, I love this girl. She's amazing. An amazing teacher out there for our district. Let me tell you, I think one of the things that I was reading through about the UT, the way they're planning to start their program. They're planning to start their program in person, but modified. So this is what the universities are saying. Now that's their goal. They understand, and and I like the way that they worded it, Frankie. They worded it in a way that but it's all dependent on the numbers. It's all dependent on where we're at, guys, and that's being realistic. We hope, and the district needs to learn, but so they're very stupid. They need to learn. They can say, "Hey, guys, we're going to be planning on some form of way of returning in August, but be it known that we are going to depend on the numbers. But if we really focus on the numbers, buenos dias, guapote. I love this man, Jimmy. I love you. Um, if we really focus on the on the on the on the on I'm telling the people the truth. Hey guys, this is what our expectations are, but know that we're going to focus on the numbers. If we really start believing in the numbers and the science, unlike this board that thinks that it's magically going to go away in 3 weeks, magically disappear. They said it. Oh, maybe by magic, like something in magic, it'll disappear. It's here. Whoo! It's gone.
Peekaboo.
Oh, it's here. It's
Like,
gone. It's gone. It's
like,
here. It's here.
like.
Guys, it's not abracadabra, guys. And this board has that mentality. Abracadabra. Abracadabra. I'll just wave my wand. And let me tell you, I've gotten in trouble for waving my wand. My cousins live in Northern California, Northern Carolina, and the school will not start until January. Hey, I mean, that's another option. But I think that's North Carolina. I think that's a state thing. Again, guys, might be the only. Thank you, Erasmo. I love what I do. And my cheerleaders, oh yes, that's why I say Elisa's amazing because she's she's that type of teacher that is not only like in the classroom teacher, but I then tell them if I'm lying, Elisa. But I would run into her at the middle school football games, with her cheerleaders and at the events and everything else. See, that's the kind of teachers we have, Frankie. We don't have teachers it's 4 o'clock. I'm going home. We don't have that type of teacher here at the district. We have amazing teachers. And really, that's why, and a lot of people don't understand a lot of my frustration out there, but I am pissed because of the way our teachers are treated. Because they have no clue or concept, Frankie, nada of everything our teachers do. I do. I was out at the games. I was out at the events. I knew what our teachers put in, to educate our students. And not only to educate, but to teach discipline, formation, and other things through other extracurricular activities. I was there. I saw it. I appreciate it. They don't because they're not there. And they're not up here either. They're not up here either. Peekaboo. Abracadabra. It's magic. Now you see it. Now you don't. Ta-da! It's ridiculous, guys. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Big time ridiculous.
Erasmo, in regards to the supermarkets, we did get word yesterday that HEB has an employee at the location on 802 and Central Boulevard test positive.
No stipend.
And I have to go buy groceries. I have to go buy some snacks. What would you tell individuals like myself that are kind of reluctant to go out? Should we refrain from going out, or should we,
Yeah,
just work on wearing masks, possibly even gloves, just to try and get in, get out?
Well, mira, this is part of the issue, guys. Mira, when I go to HEB or Walmart, ando como que si estuviera en el mall. Stop eating, Frankie. ando como si estuviera en el mall. Because tell me, anybody out there who has not had this experience, you go to Walmart. ¿Sabes qué? Tengo que levantar queso. Voy a levantar el queso. Y voy a Walmart y ando, but let me pass by the electronics. Let me pass by the cat food place. Let me go to the jewelry department, Michael Rodriguez. Let me go to the jewelry department. Let me go, pues déjame ver, acá hay una frutita. Y luego, ¿sabes lo que pasa? I leave Walmart and I'm getting home and I'm like, damn it! I forgot the cheese! Because lo que pasa es de que somos little window shoppers, and Walmart becomes our little mall because we're poor, So, so my suggestion to people is, not necessarily to stop visiting our HEB and our Walmarts, because I'm hopeful that HEB is going to, do the right thing and start disinfecting and cleaning, and testing everyone out there. But guys, go in and go out, in and out, in and out, in and out.
Do you think we're gonna have a problem? Again, we do have one positive on 802 and the other one on Central Boulevard. There's also been talks about the Boca Chica Walmart. Do you feel that this is going to be a mini outbreak, so to speak?
Well, I think that again we don't know the complete repercussion of what's going to happen because it's just we just don't know, and that's part of the problem with this COVID-19 is again we there's just a lot of things that we just do not know, and again, guys, it's no one's fault. I mean, guys, if the scientists, Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx out there at the White House Task Force, hopefully they're still on the White House Task Force, if they don't have a grasp in regards to everything that's going on and say, how can we? Let me read this. You were the only board member who was out there, and that's what, like you said, you know what we go through, but it's okay because we don't do it for them. We do it for the kids. And seeing them graduate and be successful is a teacher's reward. All those long hours are worth it. At the end, when we see them in a cap and gown, preach. And and one of the things, and I agree with Lisa, and one of the things is that these people are so obsessed to have the graduation because it's for them, for the board members, for a PR moment for the school. Guys, it's about the students. So what Elisa says is very, very true. And I tell parents, if you're uncomfortable sending your child to a stadium with thousands of people during the coronavirus, celebrate them with their cap and gown at home. Have a mini parade down your street. I'll go and I'll be a part of the parade. Call me up and invite. I'll go. Guys, find a different way to celebrate your students. Them wearing the cap and gown. And look, guys, not to sound crass or anything, it's a picture moment. It's all it is. It's a picture moment. Take your pictures at home with your loved ones, with the people you really love. Invite a couple of friends over, People who look at the clock and can't wait to leave work are called clock watchers. I thought it was cock watchers, but clock watcher sounds good too. Oh, but that's a different story. That's a story for another day. They are not happy at their work and they will not go above and beyond and take no pride in their job. You find them in all jobs. Preach, Cindy. Look at how many times that Erasmo has touched his face during this podcast. I love you. Lesson for today, abracadabra, in and out, in and out. In and out is probably going to be the story of my sex life. In and out, boom, se fue. It, peekaboo. Jimmy, you got me in trouble, Jimmy.
It's not like we only have three viewers the whole segment, so we're good.
We're not Craig Grove. KURV. Sergio. Sergio, invite me on the program. Sergio, KURV. The custodians would run me off campus every day. Chess one, act, play, destination. Oh, God, yes. But I love it. And I love my kids. Every Saturday and let me tell you, Louis is crazy. Louis is crazy. This guy, I mean, he would come up with the most amazing costumes of butterflies and angels. And I mean, just the most amazing costumes out there. This guy, if there's a teacher out there that's creative, inventive, with, imagination. So it's like they created DI, destination imagination. It's like they invented it for Louis. I mean, he's that good, and I've known him for years. Sorry, it was a long comment. Don't worry, Lisa. I like them long. It's the college signing day. College signing day again. Picture moment. Doesn't have to be family. A couple of professors out there. A couple of coaches out there. We're good, guys. Your son's name will be just. You're gonna get me in trouble, Vela. Late night with Erasmo. Gabriel, are you asking me out? The answer is yes. Good morning, Erasmo and Frankie. That little Richie. Oh, really?
From Sigmund and Freud, I believe.
No, really?
I believe so. I think last night while we were on the show, I got a message stating that he had passed away last night.
Really?
I believe so. Yeah.
Wow. Hearts out to everyone out there who liked or even knew Little Richie.
Yeah, magician Roy Horn of Sigmund and Roy has died of the coronavirus at 75 years old.
Is that Little Richie or Little? I know Little Richie as a singer.
Oh, I have here the magician Roy Hearn of Sigmund and Roy.
Can you check and see if there's a Little Richie that passed away?
Sure.
Well, Louis is one of the most awesome, many awesome teachers in Brazil. Yes, he is. And again, I use Louis as an example, but there are thousands of amazing teachers out here. You know, so much talent. Is he going to have to scout to add? No, no, leave our teachers alone, Jimmy. Jimmy wants to take our teachers to idea. No, Jimmy. Bad Jimmy. Bad Jimmy. Bad Jimmy. Thank you, Gabriel. Little Richard. Yeah, Frankie. They're talking about Little Richard. No? Haven't found it?
I haven't like I said, I haven't found it.
Yeah, exactamente. Little Richard is a singer. Little Richard. I mean, Frankie, you're so young. You don't know Little to Jimmy. No smoking, Jimmy. Ah,
He meant to PI.
Jimmy, put it down, Jimmy. Put el toque down, Jimmy. The pot.
Oh, that is correct. The rock and roll, little Richard. Yes,
Richard.
He did pass away. Wow. Yeah.
Two artists one night. Goodness.
Yeah. Wow.
What if they're Corona connected? Port Isabel. Oh, okay. At the pot. And yes, Little Richard passed away, 87 years young.
The magician Roy was because of coronavirus complications. I'm not sure about Little Richard, but
Roy Horn, toot my horn. Roy Horn.
Yeah, from Sigmund and Roy.
Goodness gracious, guys, and I watched them. Never. Estoy iguana. Ustedes con los giggles. Jimmy! I love you, Jimmy! He was 87 years of age. Yeah, man. Little Richard or Roy Horn?
Little Richard. Horn was 75, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow. Yeah, Little Richard. I mean, the guy looked like he was like 40. I mean, the guy had more plastic surgery than I did. Hey, la belleza cuesta. I need a haircut so bad. So I don't know how we got off on the. Oh, we're talking about teachers. He survived a tiger attack.
Go figure, right? You would think that the Tiger King would be his ultimate demise, and it was a hoax coronavirus that was created by the Democrats. That's weird.
It's like a magic show. A hoax. Hoax. What did Minerva say? Hey, now you see it, and in 3 weeks, then you don't. It's disappeared. It's gone. You see the virus? Nope. 3 weeks, it'll disappear like magic. She's crazy, guys. I mean, she's nuts. Stop voting for that woman. Stop it.
Erasmo, we did get word yesterday of 2 deaths for Cameron County and a 4-month-old. Do you see the trend in us getting these numbers at a rapid pace? You think we're going to be seeing this in the next month or so in regards to more deaths, more casualties, and more children?
Something that the tiger crushed his windpipe and left him paralyzed. Then the corona took him. Makes no sense. That sure doesn't. Something that someone mentioned yesterday was that on the feed, on the comment, and that's why I love this, that we are able to throw out comments out there, because again, the reason that this goes by so fast is because we have some very, very bright people out there. But they made mention in regards, and again, y'all give us all the material we need, guys. But one of the things that they mentioned yesterday was that we're seeing the effect of Easter. We're seeing that little effect. Does that make sense? So it happened in Easter. Se hicieron todos garras, and then you started to see the kids coming in, and then we saw it with the 8-year-old, the 9-year-old, the 14-year-old, the 17-year-old. They're all in that little age group. And again, we go back to the same thing. These guys, they have no concept of social distancing. England may have a vaccine by September. It was on the news yesterday. We could hope. Peter. I just don't feel that confident, but I hope. Morning, Sherry. Oh, I love you. I love you, Sherry. Um, so again, I think that we start to see the effects of what happens and what goes on in that respects. I just don't see us stopping anytime soon. But again, it might be the case. 1 second, Frankie, take over.
Gabriel, Corona shows how easy it is for the government to control demo sheep. Again, the Erasmo, I the page got some slack a couple days ago or yesterday, in fact, stating, oh, you guys are just all you're doing is instilling fear. Y'all are trying to rally up the masses. Why aren't you more positive? Guys, I honestly think that people, whenever they're sincere with you, it's greatly appreciated. I'd rather be told the truth than to be sugarcoated or to be manipulated or lied to. Again, we understand that everyone has they form their own narrative, they have their own opinion in regards to whether this real or not. Uh, what trips me out at Osmo, and what bothers me honestly, is that we see what has been going on throughout the world. The number of casualties that have died. Texas recently this morning is at 1,000 deaths, and the hotspots, they haven't been able to mitigate those hotspots. So we're gonna see a new wave of positives. So again, we don't expect everybody to agree. We want them to have their own opinion, but it does bother me whenever we have the world as a big picture. We see the totality of it,
Yeah.
and there's still some people that are still questioning, whether this is real, or they're saying, what, let's get over it. That was last week's news, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. And now the island is packed. So in 2 weeks, yeah. And again, at least if you remember last weekend when they opened up the beaches, boom, everyone. So I think we're going to see a wave of that. And let me tell you guys, for those that are adamant about June 1st graduations, I think after in the middle of June, towards the end of June, we're going to see not so great things. They need to do the clinical trials. Hey, te dije, Frankie Olivo, about the death. Thank you, Francisco. So people should have stayed home. Its stores are closed. Why are the streets packed with cars? Are they just driving around like the roll de Matamoros? ¿Recuerdas el rol de Matamoros por la Lauro Villar? Oh my God. Or does anyone remember el rol de la Billy Mitchell? Where we used to go out and nomás dar vueltas y vueltas on Billy Mitchell? Am I showing my age? Yes. They opened up the city too soon, I agree. A man gotta live. Good morning, gentlemen. Thank you for calling us gentlemen. Appreciate that. Hey, hi, man. My man. All right, guys. Does anyone know why the heck we get these little hairs like right there on our earlobes? It bothersome as crud. I feel like I have to go in there, like right there. I'll get a hair right there. Why the hell do we have hair right there?
Where does this come out of?
Right here. I was picking some. Why do we have hair right there?
I thought you were gonna transition to like a point or something.
Oh no. No, I was grabbing my because esta Vela was out there. Why is he touching his face so many times? Because of those damn hairs. Those damn hairs. I mean, it's kind of funny, but I remember in Mexico City when I was actually doing a training in Mexico City, there was a guy from Europe who had hair all around his earlobe, aquí, y como que se peinaba el pelo pa enfrente. He would like cover most of his ear, but I understand hair almost everywhere, but why right here on la orejita? Doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe I'm getting old. There's a company doing a at-home corona telling you if you're immune. Yeah, I heard about that. Racing on Billy Mitchell. Yes. Francisco's about my age. Pull it out. Feels good. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good, Gabriel. Pero aquí, la oreja. What the heck? It happens when men. I'm 32, Bella. Too much information in us. I love you, Sydney. Guys, no, and I think we're going to start seeing those waves. So yeah, I think these numbers that came out, and again, not the deaths, because someone posted. I think John, my friend John, posted up there. Morning, Marisa. Love you. Marisa can't play tennis anymore. She's horrible. We used to play tennis at Porter. Now, number. I challenge anyone who wants to play tennis with me, please. Tennis is available. Marisa, no, tú no. It's the waste of my time. I don't get any exercise. I want someone who's going to actually make me sweat at tennis or at anything else, to that fact. SpaceX had back-to-back parties these past weekends. Again, they did. And they were out there from midnight to 4 o'clock in the morning. Why are they having all those parties out there? It doesn't make any sense. I know you're 30-something. I am. Guys, so again, we're feeling the backlash of those 2 weeks. So we're going to feel now the backlash of lifting the order. So this week, and I'm not talking about the deaths, because someone may mention last night, I think it was John, that said, well, the deaths are coming from the nursing homes. She needs to start practicing, Elisa. I mean, she really lost it. I mean, I'm playing wonderfully out there, but I need someone who actually can play. Will the cemeteries be open to see our loved ones for Mother's Day? Yes, I think they will. I'll find out today, but I'm sure they'll. Dale suave, Erasmo. No, I like it hard and rough. Tennis. Good morning, Lisa Cherry. SpaceX is a farce. So I think that we're going to start to see now that, again, and the deaths are from the nursing home. The deaths, most of them, except that one from Brownsville. That one from Brownsville, I don't think. Oh, maybe I heard that they had gone out there for something or other, but was from Brownsville, but also got infected through the one of the nursing homes. And remember, guys, I mean, we in Brownsville, we have a nursing home positive. You had me out there with no water. I like it rough. Cemeteries I think they're starting to open, but I'll find out. Good morning, Pati. Damn it, boy. I'm up for some tennis. Joe, hey, actually, Joe beat me in tennis. But I want someone that gives me that little ounce of competition. And I thought I was going to kick Joe's butt in tennis, but no, he beat me. I'm going to say that I had a bad day, but hey, Joe, call me. I'm ready for tennis today. Today or tomorrow or Monday, any day. I love tennis. I got all my rackets. I got tons of rackets, guys. And I got balls. Believe it or not. So again, now the barbershops are open, beauty salons. Are we going to get another wave because of that? Remember, guys, we live in a town that doesn't necessarily follow instructions as best as they should. They told us to shelter in place. They told us to not group up in numbers more than 10. And boom, Easter hits, and we're seeing all the parties everywhere. Our kids are still out there playing on the streets, and that's a great thing. Bring Raul for a double match. Hey, I'll call him. I haven't talked to Raul. Raul played tennis with me and Marisa up at Porter. But I played against Raul the other day. I kicked his butt too, so I'm not concerned about Raul anymore. And Raul was a good player. Actually, I was the number 1 seed, and back in high school, that's how bad everybody else was. That I was the number 1 seed, and Raul, after the first year, came back and he kicked my butt at high school. Y Raul era un chaparrito huerquito, a cute little kid. Raul, he kicked my butt, and I love Raul. Raul's like my brother, and but I went to go play with him. I think last year, and I kicked his butt. So I improved. They deproved. No, they worsened. Frankie, what else is happening in the news?
Again, we've talked about it for several times. PUB has been on the news. More importantly, South Padre Island, they're launching a South Padre Island Cares campaign as the more businesses reopen. They're encouraging safety measures to ensure the public's safety, health, during these troubling times. It's going to launch on Monday. It's a campaign, practicing safe social distancing, being mindful of the island. It is Saturday at Erasmo, so we do anticipate a lot of people, if they're not already on the Queen Isabella Causeway, They will be there shortly. So again, let's be safe out there. One thing that we've always stressed is the importance to follow the recommendations and suggestions by our medical experts, by our county judge, by our city mayor. It is hard to wear a mask on the beach, on the being around the water. So it is going to be a different. It is going to be something different for all of us. But this is the only way that we're going to be able to hopefully come back to some sort of normalcy in the near future.
I do need a Stell Warriors coffee mug, Elisa. So please, drop it off my office, mi amor. Please. I love him. What do you need to open the door? A key? I don't know. Father and son did get arrested for killing. Oh my God, God, Gacho Bros. That was horrible. And anyone out there wanting to defend that crap, I'm sorry, guys. It was horrible. I can't find the word without cussing. Este, it was just sick, very very sick. And again, for people that think that this doesn't happen in the United States anymore, I mean, guys, you know, let me tell y'all guys, one of the things that I think I've shared in some posts out there many years back. But let me tell you, for a lot of us that are a little bit older, guys, we lived racism, you know. And look, part of the problem with Brownsville is that la majority of the people. Uh, Good morning, Mayor. Uh, Again, I can't say I can't say how much I appreciate the mayor. And before I go into my story, the Mayor Mendez, let me tell you, sir, very very impressed with everything that you're doing out there. Very very impressed. It's so refreshing to see a mayor, have a mayor that's out there for the people, and engaged out there constantly, man. Again, Mayor Mendez has been a friend of mine for some years. I love the man. Before he was mayor, I love him more now. Really amazing. Thank you, Mayor Mendez. We'll bring you on this week if that's okay with you, sir. I love you, man. You're amazing. Go really. All kidding aside, you are amazing, man. Very, very, very impressed. Love the mayor. Yeah, we do love the mayor, Eduardo. He's a great guy, guys. But going back into racism, for a lot of us, we lived racism. We literally went through it. We had our first reported death yesterday, and likely 2 or 3 more coming. Yes. Again, guys, it's no time to slack off or to slow down, guys. They're coming. They're coming. It's coming. It's coming. Frankie, see if the mayor could come on Monday or Tuesday to share some information with us.
Sure.
Thank you, Mayor. Love you, Mayor. Love you. Yeah, the mayor is the GOAT. Mayor Mendez, that's another one of the titles we're going to add on there to you. You are the GOAT, sir. You are the greatest of all time. Really, sir. Very, very impressed. And made of that, we have an amazing mayor. We sure do. Mayor Mendez cares for his community. Yes, does. Guys, love Mayor Mendez. He's doing an awesome. He is. He really is. And again, guys, before I go into my spiel about racism, please, guys, and again, and the mayor's not out there to hear, oh, he's great, he's wonderful, he's not out there, but please go out there and say it. Please go out there and say it, because I know for a fact that, a lot of the things that we live, and I want to say that I'm the same way. We carry a lot of the burden, for our community. And, we feel for it. And for the mayor to say, that, we lost someone, we're going to lose probably 2 or 3 more. I mean, I know that it weighs heavy on him. Please do not stop out there sending him messages of praise, because believe it or not, a lot of us get a lot of bull crap messages from people that are like, oh, okay, y'all are horrible. Okay. So please, I want y'all to outweigh and send the outpouring of appreciation, please. And I'm not saying that because he's here. He knows me. He knows I don't bull around. I don't bull crap around. Please. But please send messages of encouragement. Send them to Frankie too. I always get them. But send them to a lot of the people that are actually truly serving us out there. because other elected officials are surely not, and a lot of the other organizations are either. So please, we need the feedback. Really, we do. And it may sound kind of lame, like, oh, he wants us to tell them that they're doing a good job. Yes, that's exactly what I want you to do. I want you to overflow the mayor's inbox or his post with praise, and I want you to do the same for Frankie and for ourselves. Again, going into racism, I lived at a time. I mean, when I was 5 years old, we were out there in New Mexico. Dad was preaching at a church. He just gotten out of preaching school, and some of the gringos at the church, it was me and my sister Linda, and we had gone to this little Halloween party at the front of the church, and I was dressed as a clown, and I can't remember what she was dressed at, and we got in there, and someone was passing a pitchfork, and one of the deacons was dressed as the devil. So we thought it was funny because he had a pitchfork, and he was letting all the little gringuito kids play with a pitchfork. So when I reached out my hand to grab the pitchfork, you know, the guy pulled it back, and he like leaned in forward, and he said, "Who invited the Mexicans?" This is a deacon at church, and I freaked out. I freaked out so much that I grabbed my sister Linda, and I went and I sat in one of these little rooms, and I was crying because I felt the hate. It was very palpable, very, very palpable back then. And it was, back in the 70s, guys. And, for a lot of the Mexicans here in Brownsville, they didn't experience racism because somos puros Mexicanos.
Yeah.
Most of them puros Mexicanos. We didn't live through that. We had one black guy. Does everyone remember Dwayne? Dwayne was acá de la Villa Verde. We had one black guy in Brownsville. Dwayne and his family. That's the only thing we knew. Yeah, it was horrible. Guys, pero el Delville, stay home, yes. Guys, pero it's something that a lot of people here didn't experience because, you always lived in the majority. No salíamos aquí del rancho. But for us that went up north, and you could hear it from people that went to do migrant work up there and who went to work at the north. We went because dad went to preaching school in Lubbock, and then went to work in New Mexico for a small church. Let me tell you, wasn't a pleasant thing. So again, racism exists and existed back then, still exists today, because that father and that son that shot that poor young black man, did it for no other reason. There was no backstory. There was no he did something to them. The guy was just jogging. These guys pumped their shotguns, and I think they're 45, and shot the kid. And let me tell you, I got this, and I tend not to see those videos. I saw that video. It was disgusting. It was disgusting. I mean, the poor kid, man. The poor kid. I got to see his father last night with Cuomo. He came out, I think, last night. Heartbreaking, man.
Yeah.
Very, very heartbreaking. And, one of the things that it's very sad. The father says, I don't want their life. I don't want the death penalty, but I do want them in jail for the rest of their lives because of his spiritual beliefs. I'm going to say that he, doesn't believe in death. But can you see the contrast? How the individuals were so easy to take life, without a second thought and shoot the poor kid, and how the father of the victim says, life above all. Just keep them in jail the rest of their life. That's amazing.
I I myself don't remember experiencing racism. Of course, we've gotten the whole hey, it's big beaner, but to me,
Green.
that's expected, but it's unfortunate that people, living in 2020, are still experiencing this type of resentment, of hate. You would think that, back in the 60s during our civil rights movement, that would totally change the landscape of our mentalities, of our hearts. And it's unfortunate that still, 50, 60 years from those moments with great individuals like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks, everything they did and sacrificed for all of us. Some people are still experiencing this type of resentment. And in particular to this incident, um, there was this father and son, white individuals who it turns out, Erasmo, that there was no robbery in the area.
No.
That was their stance. That, hey, we're there has been a robbery, and we wanted to see what this boy was up to. You know what I mean? And if you watch the video, I encourage you to. It's graphic. It's graphic. It's a little blurry, but you can make out what's happened. And he was, in my opinion, he was killed in cold blood. It's unfortunate. And the crazy thing, Erasmo, was that these individuals weren't arrested shortly after the killing.
No.
It took 2 months for them to be arrested. I think they still have yet to be indicted. I'm all for the legal process. I'm all for the district attorney's office of conducting an investigation, and possibly indicting or charging individuals with murder. But 2 months, if it wouldn't have been for this video that recently started on the web, uh, in my opinion, those guys would be scot free.
Yeah.
And there's no place in time in our society for this. Again, it's hard for us to relate, living in a predominantly Mexican Hispanic community, to be able to understand what something like how this individual experienced. Again, it comes to mind the Trayvon Martin incident in Florida, where some African American young man was killed for being profiled, for one, being black, and two, wearing a hoodie at night. So racism is alive and well, unfortunately. We should just love each other. It doesn't matter the color of our skin, but what should matter is what's in our heart and what's in our mind.
Content.
But again, it's going to be hard for individuals. It's going to be hard for individuals to get past that. We can only hope and pray that tomorrow is a lot better for our loved ones, and especially for these people who are still experiencing these racist incidents.
Should the government take our guns? No. I'm a firm believer in the Second Amendment. Again, should not. Should it take away the guns from crazy people? Yes. Yeah, these people are nuts. They're crazy nuts. I'm sorry. If you're a nut out there, if you're out there wearing swastikas and KKK on your forehead stuff, yeah, you shouldn't have a gun. Period. If you're that full of hate, no. My dad told me a story when he used to work in Alabama. He walked into a restaurant. He was not served. Yes, it's
Wow.
very true, Veronica. Only the people around him. He walked out of the restaurant and never went back. Veronica, it happened. I mean, I still remember the signs as the only whites. I mean, I remember the signs as the, you know, when you're a kid, you don't completely understand, but I remember the signs. When they have, the drinking faucet for the whites and la manguera para los Mexicans and for the blacks. I mean, I remember all that. Been to Lubbock once. They're really the other side of the. Yeah, they are. The father,
Lubbock is.
the victim already forgave the father-son duo, even after hundreds of years after minorities still are hunted down and racism isn't dead. The poor kid was just jogging. Guys, a beautiful kid, man. There's no room for vigilantes. Who gave them that power title? Nadia. The white
Right.
privilege 2 months after, had it been the other way around, it would have been such a different story. You would have had investigations like crazy, guys. And again, that what Elisa mentions right there doesn't only happen up north; it happens here too. Um, it's not the content of your character, but who you know. And if you know someone up there, you're not going to get prosecuted. We're not prosecuted equally here in our area. We're not. That's very unfortunate. La Palanca, dad worked in DA department as investigator or something like that. Yeah,
Wow.
that's what I'm talking about. La Palanca. Justice isn't just equal justice for everyone here. It isn't, and that's very unfortunate. It's a disservice to our community, and it's a disservice to the system. It's a slap in the face of the system. Racism, prejudice, and hatred come in all colors, 100%,
Right.
and that is very right. Again, it's not that they were white guys. It's they were racist guys. And let me tell you, I know some Mexicans that are very, very, very racist. Really horrible.
That's the worst, for your own kind. And one thing that bothers me, and I shouldn't be this way, but one thing that bothers me, and I understand, there's a barrier, but one thing that bothers me is whenever you talk to somebody in Spanish, especially one of our own Mexican descent, Hispanic descent, you talk to them in Spanish and they either act like they don't understand or they respond to you in English. And I'm like, we have to be so grateful of our abilities. We have very quickly, we have Europe. Europe, you have to learn three, four, five, six languages just to get by. And we're fortunate to be bilingual, many of us. We should use it to our advantage, not be ashamed of it. And that's one thing that really does bother me, Erasmo. Someone, a Hispanic, a Mexican, who brings other Mexican or Hispanics down, or also, they're scared or embarrassed to speak Spanish. We should embrace it. We should use it to our advantage.
Yeah, I agree. When will we be able to have parties at 200? No time soon, mi amor. I love you, Sandra. Sandra is a Sandra's a champion. Sandra is a warrior. I love Sandra. I love her family. And again, Sandra and I have had our ins and outs, but we always come back to each other. And I love her, and I love her family too. Congratulations on our graduate, Sandra. God bless you. Happened to my family at Dirty Al's on the island. Never again.
Wow.
Wannabe white Mexicans, no Spanish. Yeah, I have my issues with those people. Again, I hate. It is shameful. I hate. Maybe their Spanish sucks. I love you too, mi amor. Love you, guys. I hate. I hate Martinez's, Gutierrez, Rodriguez, who I don't speak Spanish. What?
My name's Martinez.
Yeah, no, I was up at in Austin because I was working in Austin, and I went to to the lake, and someone was yes, they were wanting to register to get one of these little boats, and they go like and they were in front of me. They go, yeah, my name's Rendon. Rendon. I go like Rendon.
What?
Mexicanota, la chava, nopalote en la frente, Rendon. Where the heck did they get Rendon? And then I saw, because they signed in, and I saw era Rendon. What the hell? Rendon.
Rendon.
Shut up, Mexican. Rendon. Di que eres Rendon. Nopalera en la frente, Rendon. And really, it's really embarrassing, these people, guys. Man, we're Mexican, guys, and that's not a bad thing. Stop making it into a bad thing. Rendon. Eres Rendon. Eres Gutierrez. Eres Martinez. Eres Garcia. Not Garza. Garz. Yes, racism within our own is horrible. But and not only that, I know some Mexicans that hate white people. They hate white people. And so it doesn't matter. It's just that you hate people. That doesn't matter. I mean, I know. Oh my God, Frankie, I'd be dealing with this situation with my friends. They don't want to speak Spanish because they have difficulty, but they can talk it. Exactamente. You're right. Eduardo had a good comment up here, and I wanted to talk about it. But Eduardo, my adopted son, they need to change the way they do background checks. I really think they do. We need to delve a little bit more into it. I really, really do. Good vibes, wash hands. Armando, I love you, man. Do you think the Valley has people that will call the cops on Mexican families for barbecuing at a party? Yes, they will. Will the cops do anything? No, but they will call. Many folks don't teach their kids Spanish, guys. Yeah, I know, and and again, it's not so. Let me tell you, and I'm glad Dora mentioned this. It's not so bad about the kids; it's the parents that refuse to teach their children. It's that it falls on them, because the kids are a reflection, guys, of the parents. The kids are a reflection of the parents. It's all those years of putting stuff in there. Aguirre. I know. Pre-Hispanica, La Morra.
La morra.
La Rorra. We used to call it Tia Tere. La Rorra. I think she might be watching too. Tia Tere. Love you, Tia Tere. Tere. La Rorra. You guys, those rich Mexicans that treat those in the service industry like dirt. I know. Horrible. Was quiz. Was quiz. My brain can translate Spanish into English fast, but not the other way around, so I suck at speaking it. Primo! Yo te enseño, primo! Love you, man. No paleros. Frankie, anything else this morning?
It's a good Saturday, guys. Remember to shop locally. We have our friends at Sunglass Forum uh, at the mall. The mall does have new hours, 11 to 7. If you're going out to the beach, stop by their location. They're located next to the McDonald's Plaza on the Strip. Um, have a good Saturday, guys. It has been a wet night. I have yet to go out. Uh,
I
I
can
I I need groceries at Osmo, but I'm reluctant to go out. I'm having a difficult time entering that hazard zone. But be safe out there, guys. Have a good productive Saturday. Um, go and enjoy it with your family, friends, and family. Hopefully one of these days we'll come back to some sort of normalcy. Again, we'll be on at 9 p.m. So see you then. Erasmo, very quickly, if the audience, I know there's only three or four watching right now, but if the audience knows, or if you know, is Hannah having a graduation, like a parade or something, or are they gonna just wait until the school district has their own graduation? That was a question that was brought up to me.
I think all the high schools are doing their formal little parade. I'm sure Hannah's doing it one too. I'll find out. I still have friends out there, so I'll find out. But I'm sure that they are. Again, I love Hannah, Hannah Banana. If you're heading to the beach, visit my man. Kevin's my man out there. Please
Is
visit.
this is through Los Fresnos, correct? On High 100.
Yeah, Highway 100.
Okay.
Montoya Boys Drive Through, guys. Please support my friends out there. I love them. They've been very, very good to me. So please support them. Call Big E's Se Bañan, maybe. Frankie, por favor, after 3-4 days. I'm not ashamed of speaking with an accent. She did not want that for us. Only we experience reverse discrimination. Yeah, that happens too. Stay home, everyone. Enjoy your Saturday. Shop early and AM. Less folks. In and out, como dice Erasmo.
Thank you.
Go grocery shopping super early, Frankie. It's the best time. Hardly anyone there. I love you, Leah. Say hi to Josh for me, Leah.
Thank you, Leah.
Guys, thank you again for being on. I mean, we've been very consistent. Your show is awesome. Tell it like it is. I love you, my man. For those that were taught Spanish as a child, I don't discriminate against others that were not. Amen. Someone posted today about 2:30. Hannah will have a parade. Hopefully, it doesn't rain. Oh, today?
Okay.
Great.
Today at 2:30.
Guys, love you all. Take care of each other. Take care of us as well. Take care of my friends out there that have local business. Montoya Boys Drive Through out there in Los Fresnos. Also, In and Out Burger. They're not here. Yeah. Guys, take care of Ultimo Taco. My friends at Ultimo Taco. Oscar is out there who's helped us with signs as well. Also help out Big E Smokehouse, please. Kevin Montoya's Kevin. Also my friends at Fogon. Actually, I'm just going to go visit them. I love my people out there in Fogon. I was out at Adolio's yesterday. I think no Thursday. Had lunch out there, guys. Support our local business people. They really, really need it. They really deserve it. I've already made mention in regards to El Candel. ¿Cómo se llama? The coffee shop.
Candela? No.
Canelón.
Cafe. I need to look it up.
Anyway, it's the coffee shop on Paredes Line Road. They have amazing little food, little empanaditas de carne. Great stuff, great coffee. Please support our local business. Also, good barbecue up there in Alton Glory. My friends out there. Guys, please support local business as much as you can. Arnie's Wings. I love Arnie's Wings. Canasta de Café. Great place. Thank you, Joe. Canasta Cafe. Arnie's, I love them. Every time I go, they say, "Oh, Erasmo, you're here." I love Arnie's. Food court, please. Oh, Italia Express. I am going to stop by my Italia Express today and pick up some Italian food because they are the best food out there. Ace Security Investigation to keep track of your significant other. La Sancha. Now they are free to love about the city. Are you sure there is a parade at Hannah today? Eduardo, I'll find out. Frankie, will you send Eduardo a message? Linda said at 2:30. Let me know, Eduardo. Let me know. It might be at 2:30. We'll find out. Frankie will post on his page, Eduardo. Guys, have a great rest of the day. I love you all. Eduardo's my graduate. Eduardo, right here. This guy's my man. Eduardo, my graduate. Guys, love y'all. Take care. Come back tonight at 9 p.m. Tonight, 9 p.m. Be here or be.
Same bad time, same bad channel.
Love y'all, guys. Take care. Love you, Eduardo.